lot of the failings that I've seen from American companies are not because they failed to do the due diligence on the market, say in China, or failed to understand it. What they fail to understand is their own internal organizations, whether they're set up so that they'll be an effective competitor. I think they also mostly badly underrate, they badly overrate the strength of their brands, they badly underrate the strength of their competitors. Some of it's very simple. They'll have reporting organizations, reporting structures. So some guy who's GM of their China operation, in order for him to take a decision, we'll have to first talk to some guy who's VP International back in headquarters, and the decision cycle becomes just untenably long, whereas their competitor, him and his couple of cronies in the C-suite can take a decision in 15 minutes, which takes 15 days for the American competitor. And they understand, a lot of them understand this. And so, yeah, there are inherent difficulties.
Well, one of the criticisms is that the laws are loosely written and leave a lot of wiggle room for officials and regulators to basically exercise the upper hand. Is that true or no?
I think sometimes it is true, or sometimes it's not. I mean, I wouldn't put a blanket generalization on that. There are things that have nothing whatever to do with markets, which, if shared, are nice. I mean, it matters very little for people to be able to share ideas that are purely in the realm of politics that don't impact. It's an American assumption. It's a very, very, very American assumption. This idea that the market of ideas and the marketplace are inextricably intertwined. I think that, if anything, China has sort of shown that it's possible to do capitalism without having. They're able to trade perfectly information about prices, information about resources, information about all these things in the enterprise. But that because they can't be critical of leadership policies in the People's Republic of China, that doesn't really hamper them in their ability to do business. The technocratic regime it fits very well into the Chinese political culture, which has always sort of venerated knowledge elites. From the time of Mencius, it was always sort of said, "Let those who labor with their heads rule over those who labor with their hands." And there's a sort of implicit understanding that meritocracy in a scientific society like China is sort of judged on your technical merits. So you see. From the highest echelons of power all the way down through the Central Committee, through mayors of Chinese cities of more than 1 million, provincial governors or provincial party secretaries, the overwhelming majority of them, in all cases, come from natural science or engineering backgrounds. China, by anyone's measure, is the most thoroughly technocratic country in the world right now. It's what does it mean? It means that they solve problems sort of as engineers would. They believe that everything can be sort of discreetly taken apart and analyzed rationally and solved. They do this whether we're talking about agronomical problems or hydrological problems, as is often the case, or even in social problems.